April 25, 1915. Before dawn, the sea near the Gallipoli Peninsula was unnaturally calm. Hundreds of small boats moved silently through the darkness, carrying soldiers of the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, the ANZACs. Most of them were young. Many had never seen battle. They had been told the mission would be simple: land on the beaches, move inland, and knock the Ottoman Empire out of the war. They had no idea they were sailing into one of the deadliest disasters of World War I. As the first light of morning appeared, the boats reached the shore the wrong shore. Due to navigational errors, the ANZACs landed at a narrow, steep coastline later known as ANZAC Cove, not the flat beach they had trained for. Instead of open ground, jagged cliffs rose sharply above them. Above those cliffs, Ottoman soldiers were waiting. The moment the boats scraped the sand, gunfire erupted. Machine guns opened up from hidden positions. Bullets tore through the water in wooden boats. Men fell before they even reached the shore. Others drowned under the weight of their equipment. Within minutes, the beach was covered in bodies. The survivors ran forward, scrambling over rocks and cliffs, desperately seeking cover. Officers shouted orders that were swallowed by gunfire and explosions. Units became mixed. Plans collapsed instantly. Above them, Ottoman defenders, many led by a young commander named Mustafa Kemal, held the high ground. Kemal understood the importance of the moment. He famously ordered his men, "I am not ordering you to attack. I am ordering you to die." And they did. Wave after wave of ANZAC soldiers tried to push inland. Each time, they were cut down. The cliffs, ridges, and narrow valleys turned every advance into a killing zone. By midday, the beach had become a trap. There was nowhere to go forward and no way back. As the hours turned into days, the campaign sank into a nightmare of trench warfare. The ANZACs dug into the rocky ground using bayonets and helmets. Water was scarce. Food rotted in the heat. Flies covered everything, especially the dead. Snipers ruled the daylight hours. Single exposed head meant death. At night, the trenches echoed with cries of the wounded lying between the lines, unable to be rescued. Many begged for water. Many begged to be shot. Disease spread rapidly. Dysentery killed almost as many men as bullets. Despite unimaginable suffering, courage was everywhere. Soldiers carried wounded comrades under fire. Medics worked non-stop, often unarmed, knowing they were easy targets. Letters home were written with shaking hands, filled with lies meant to spare families the truth. Months passed. Nothing changed. Every attack failed. Every gain was measured in meters and paid for in blood. British, Australian, New Zealand, and Ottoman soldiers all suffered horribly. By December 1915, Allied commanders finally admitted the truth: Gallipoli was lost. But retreating from Gallipoli was just as dangerous as landing there. In one final act of ingenuity, the Allies carried out a near-perfect evacuation. Fake rifles were rigged to fire automatically. Fires were left burning. The Ottomans suspected nothing. One by one, soldiers slipped silently onto boats, leaving behind graves, memories, and shattered dreams. When Ottoman forces finally advanced, the trenches were empty. The Gallipoli campaign ended as a complete military failure. Over 100,000 men were dead. Hundreds of thousands more were wounded. Yet Gallipoli became something more than a defeat. For Australia and New Zealand, it marked the birth of national identity. ANZAC Day is still remembered every year as a symbol of sacrifice and brotherhood. For Turkey, Gallipoli was a defining victory. Mustafa Kemal would later become Ataturk, the founder of modern Turkey. And for the world, Gallipoli became a warning about arrogance, about underestimating an enemy, about sending young men to die for plans drawn on maps. The cliffs of Gallipoli still overlook the sea. Beneath them lie thousands of soldiers. From different nations, different languages, different beliefs, united forever by one terrible truth: war does not create heroes without first creating graves.